सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो ओम ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योग वेदांत दर्शन साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् कर्म निश्चितानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्र से व्यास भाष्य समेत पारायणम अध्ययनम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणम टुडे डू दैट स्मरण स्पेशली बिकॉज most important practical topic Ashtanga Yoga study we are starting. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Kapila Maharshaya Namaha. 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 Om Patanjali Maharshaya नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः। ओम व्यास 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 महर्षये नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो 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 नमः। ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रं द्वितीय पादः साधना पादः। ओम तस्य हेतुरविद्या तदभावात् संयोगाभावः हानं तत् दृशेः कैवल्यं विवेकख्याति अविप्लवा हानोपायः तस्य सप्तधा प्रान्तभूमिः प्रज्ञा योगांगानुष्ठानात् अशुद्धिक्षये ज्ञानदीप्तिः अविवेकख्यातेः। Up to this 28th sutra thoroughly Vyasa. So is in that out of these four words, yoga anga, it is not a difficult word to understand. And what are the yoga angas? That anyway will be exhaustively told. Anushtanat, these words meaning, because we saw it so many times, we know it. Anushtana is commitment. उस योग अंगों का अभ्यास करना अनुष्ठान के रूप so much committed that consciously we are doing it without any compromise for any reason. Then what is Ashuddhi Kshaya? That also we have thoroughly studied, where from the Antakarana, the Pancha Kleshas have gone away. You know, like at this moment, if I ask you, look into heart quickly and come back. Then I ask you, do you have raga to anyone, dvesha to anyone? No, Swami, nahi hai. कहते हो. But the situation outside for the creation of raga dvesha, when they come, again the raga dvesha grow. Or the inner vasana level में जो raga dvesha है, when the time of maturity come, they just express. That's how you just feel like calling your children, grandchildren, feel like eating or doing that, or feel like going to your friend. Why do you feel that feeling? Is because the सोता हुआ राग उस समय जागृत हो गया. So that when the objects are in front, or when the inner vasanas get matured, they express as ragadvesh. But at this moment, When we ask, लगता है कि राग द्वेष नहीं है. So, what is the whole sadhana? From the vasanas, as well as whenever we meet the things or beings which propel us into the raga dvesha, even when they come, है ना, still remaining in the position as we are now, freed from raga dvesha adi, that is called as ashuddhi kshaya. विकार हेतो सति विक्रियां ते येषां न चेतांसि ते एव धीराः. And in Subhashitams we studied, no, कि pancha kleshas are removed so much that such situations which create the pancha klesha, they are presented in front, yet we are not allowing those pancha kleshas to manifest. That is the meaning of ashuddhi kshaya. वास नहीं बांसुरी नहीं. Is it not? All the five. फाइव में से तो पहला वाला तो बाद में विवेक ख्याति के बाद पूरा चला जाएगा. तो पहला वाला इज अविद्या. बट द अदर थिंग्स, अस्मिता, you are not anymore a strong doer and claimer of the results. Yes, things are happening through me. Whatever is coming to me is by God's grace as prasada, I am taking. No claiming of anything, no strong ego. That is called as अस्मिता का नामक अशुद्धि का क्षय हो जाना. Not once or twice. Again, not with inside the heart the ego is there, but outside थोड़ा शाबाशी लेने के लिए पंजाबी स्टाइल, outside they become so humble. अब अंदर का भगवान जा रहे. Not that type of asmita rahityam, but truly recognize that only in the presence of the divine the things are happening. Therefore, he is the doer. I am only a mere instrument, that also chosen by him, trained by him. Like this Upanishad class. We are this Vedanta or yoga class. Chosen by the Lord, empowered by the Lord, opportunity given by the Lord, blessing given by the Lord. In short, he alone is happening, making this happen. He alone is seeing this to happen. So when I know it genuinely, again not to claim Talia from others, but genuinely when I know, deeply I know. Understand that? Genuinely, deeply knowing. Then it's called Asmita Klesha is removed. वो वाला अशुद्धि चला गया. This should be throughout the day, anywhere we are. Except when you commit accident. है ना, तब बोलते हैं पुलिस वाले क्यों ठोका. बोल, don't say that I am alive. The life is given to me by the Brahman, the presence of him. Without him, nothing can happen. Oh, sir, please leave me if possible. Catch hold of that Brahman and put him in the jail. वह ऐसा नहीं कह रहा. Accept it. Come out with minimum compensation and punishments. Anyway, that is not our subject. See, Asmita is the one removed like this. Then, as we just now saw, no raga, no dvesha, to no thing or being in the world. तीन चीजें पकड़ लो, सब में वही भगवान है. Second, every jiva has come to work out his own sadhana. Third, I have relation as long as prarabdha is there. Depending on the prarabdha, that mutual relation of give and take through which the prarabdha and runa is over. Beyond that, give a smile, but there is nothing in the world to be given value importance. As we see the sky, as we see the ocean, as we see the mountain, as we see the trees, so we have to see everything and being without any impressions created of bad or good. So धर्म व्यवहार है, भगवत दर्शन है सब में. उसके अलावा किसी को किसी पर्पस से ज्यादा या लेस वैल्यू नहीं दिया जो राग या द्वेष कहलाते हैं. When you give value, then raga dvesha are created. When the raga dvesha are already existing, then you give undue value positively or negatively. Positive is asakti, the mitrata, and the negative is called shatruta because of the raga or dvesha. So, just a free bird we have to be in our mind. क्या मजा है जिंदगी, है ना. When you go to a picnic with a group, first moment में जो होता है वो राग द्वेष रहित होता है. When the children join school or college, the first day is free. He is clear about the college, study purpose. No individual he met, so no raga, no dvesh. If he can maintain all his 4 years of stay like that there, then he is really conquered this ashuddhis of raga dvesh. हमको क्या ना, because of already existing raga dvesha we are thrown somewhere, and that place we look at the things and beings and हम वहाँ चिपक जाते हैं. इतने मूर्ख है हम. Why all that? Because the Paramatma is the goal, that's not clear. When you know the Paramatma is the goal, and when you know that to that goal, these are the disturbances and obstructions and enemies, then only we come out of them. By the way. But I'm just telling what is the meaning of Ashuddhikshaya. No raga, no dvesha. किसको द्वेष करोगे? किस कारण से? इसलिए नो interesting point. The raga dveshas are in the waking plane. In the waking plane, raga dveshas are in the mind. In the waking plane, in the mind, the raga dveshas are born because in the waking plane, we identify fully with this body और इस body के comfort के लिए हम झगड़ते रहते हैं. Therefore, raga dvesha happen. Be careful about it. That is why the last of the ashuddhi or klesha. What is that? Abhinivesha rahityam. In definition, abhinivesha rahityam is mrityu bhaya is transcended. That's what we studied when we defined the abhinivesha as. You know, sukhanushayi raga, dukhanushayi dvesha, swarasavahi vidushopi tatarudha abhinivesha. So what is the abhinivesha klesha rahitya? Clear understanding that this body is made of the Panchamahabhutas, maintained by Panchamahabhutas, will go back into Panchamahabhuta. I am given it as a tenant or the person to use it for my dharma vyavahara, for sadhana. Whether it is sadhana or not, dharma or not, अदर पाप कुछ भी हो, ये शरीर तो एक दिन छूटेगा. इसलिए इसका मेरा इतना ही संबंध है. This is called अभिनिवेश राहित्य. Clear acceptance that I am a jiva in this body. I came from other body. I go to the next body. As a jiva through every body, my job is to recognize my essential self. When this thought is 100 times entertained, as a result of which this body becomes only sadhana oriented, not any consequentially binding us with attachment. Avinivesha, the fifth klesha is conquered. The fifth ashuddhi also kshaya ho gaya. All these are achieved when Ashtanga Yoga sadhana is done. That is why Yoganga Anushtana Ashuddhi kshaya. Then comes the next one. The result of that Ashuddhi kshaya is Jnana Dipti. ज्ञान दीप्ति का बहुत सारे एक्सप्लेनेशंस, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ दे सकते हैं. सिंपल इज व्हाट वी आर नॉट deluded in miss or wrong understanding. We are crystal clear about everything because of the correct perception or understanding. That is called as ज्ञान का दीप्ति. ज्ञान is समझदारी. दीप्ति is bright and brilliant. A bright and brilliant in a conspicuous understanding of everything and its position and value, etc. and importance. कौन क्या है इसको जानना ज्ञान दीप्ति. Like in a class of 40 students, a very dull-witted teacher comes. Any subject he teaches and goes. That also half. आधा ना कुछ समझा न समझा पाया बच्चों को. One example, zero ज्ञान दीप्ति वाला. The other teacher, he is aware of his subject. He knows which class students he is teaching, what would be their nature. He knows his responsibility. He knows how to teach them. He knows their mentality, nerve. And each fellow 40 are there. Of everybody's nature he knows. In 3-4 meetings only. Oh, this student comes late, he comes on time, this fellow sleeps in the class, this fellow is very alert and wanting to know. This fellow listens from me but then doesn't respect me. The other fellow respects me so much but he doesn't want to listen. विचित्र चित्र विचित्र होते हैं. The disciples for the guru and the classmate students. This fellow is good in this subject, that subject, E sports, O culturals, E extracurriculars, this patriotism, these arts. When the guru is so clear, na, he knows all of that. That's called Jnana Dipti. Obviously, then he knows whom to treat in what way to improve them or help them. Same example of a coach in a team. Jnana Dipti. Which player is fit for what? Therefore, for the whole team, what is required in that selection of the entire team for the World Cup, they will sacrifice some highly talented people because in the set of the requirement, in the setup of that's not required. Individually, maybe genius, but nahi sahi hai. No, in India team today they are for reach the finals day after tomorrow the World Cup. One of the reason is the genius of those coach and selectors, captain, that they have selected such a team of people better than whom are there on the bench. But these are selected because the combination works. Ultimately, the team has to win, not individual. Na? The nation has to win. Therefore, that's called Jnana Deepti. That's why in a central government also. Sometimes you are surprised ruthlessly why these four people are sacked. है ना 6 months back जो बीजेपी में बड़े बड़े पोजीशन में थे they are all removed. We are surprised. They are so famous every day they are known. But in the setup of whole requirement, he is not fit. Therefore, removed. That's Jnana Deepti जब है तो पता चलता है. Like cooking also. Like the other day, somebody was cooking. I said, add this masala, it smells good. That person said, smells good, but taste goes away. That is Jnana Deepti. You don't eat the food through nose, no. You have to eat through the mouth. You need taste. So only the experts know it. Difference between smelling and tasting. Smell has to come, but not at the cost of taste. Smell is for taste. Taste is not for smell, no? So that Jnana Deepti. So to wear a dress. Which dress to wear? At what time? It's a Jnana Deepti. कुछ भी पहनो, कहीं भी रहो, किसी को भी दोस्त बनाओ, तो बेवकूफ है वो. Everywhere we have to have Jnana, and that Jnana should be Dedipyamana. Dedipyamana, I mean that should be bright, brilliant, crystal clear. है ना द ड्राइवर्स ऑन द सीट ऑफ ड्राइविंग बस वगैरह में द ज्ञान दीप्ति इतनी होती है उनको दे हैव टू हैव स्पेशली द लॉन्ग जर्नी वाले बसेस में हाउ मेनी पैसेंजर्स 29 तो हु विल गेट डाउन एट व्हाट प्लेस ही नोस इट रात में 2 बजे भी ही विल स्टॉप द व्हीकल एंड से हाँ भाई ये जगह आ गया उतरो अदरवाइज और 20 मिनट चला गया और अरे मैं भूल गया यार तुमको उधर ही उतरना था चलो वो बस पे चढ़ाता हूँ ना ध्यान दीप्ति they know the traffic coming in continuously road turnings the weather atmosphere they know at this time स्कूल खुलता है इधर तो आराम से जाओ ये हॉस्पिटल है और मत मारो ये बड़ा शार्प टर्न है धीरे ले लो नहीं तो पीछे लोग गिर जाएंगे दिस ए वेरी एक्सीडेंटल जोन मेंटेन 20 स्पीड keep the horn the ज्ञान दीप्ति of the drivers so to the pilot of the aeroplane ट्रेन चलाने वाला थोड़ा ज्ञान दीप्ति मिस हो गया तो ठोक जाएगा वो तो हियर आई एम जस्ट गिविंग 100 एग्जांपल्स ओनली टू से दैट विवेक का ख्याति से पहले ज्ञान दीप्ति होना है when the ashuddhi is there too much in us of panchaklesha we will be acting according to the panchaklesha the jnana we will not allow to come in us that is why specifically yoga anga anushtana that leading to ashuddhi kshaya is expressed as jnana deepti and in the jnana deepti because everything is clear in that this also is clear कि ये पुरुष है ये प्रकृति है प्रकृति पुरुष के प्रेजेंस में it goes on working Purusha need not get influenced nor he need involve. This knowledge is called Viveka Khyati. I am independent. I don't need anything for me to exist also, for me to be blissful also. That's self I am. This is the next stage of Viveka Khyati or final stage of Viveka Khyati where Atma Pratishta is happening. While doing it, the Vritti Nirodha, Vasana Samskara Nirodha, ये सब फिर होता रहता That's why aviveka khyate. So yoganga anushthanad ashuddhikshaye jnana deepti aviveka khyate. So this is what was the 28th sutra we have seen. We also saw the 9 types of the karanas, but main thing is the apti karanam and nirodha karanam. अशुद्धि का निरोध का कारण बनते हैं अष्टांग योग and it become karana for the prapti of the yoga viveka khyati. Viveka khyati becomes again karana for the prapti of the swarupa or atma, which is the kaivalya anubhuti. Done. I am happy that this sutra little more discussed today and concluded. Now let us go to 29th sutra. Tatra yogangani avadharyate. Now in this context, yoga angani avadharyante. So 8 limbs of the yoga are being brought to our notice for our avadharana in this sutra number 29. Tatra yoga angani avadharyante. This is Vyasa Bhagavan ka Sambandha Bhashya. Now in this context, we are bringing to your notice what are the 8 limbs of the yoga. 8 limbs are said in the mantra number 29. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhaya, Ashtav Angani. Again, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhaya, Ashtav Angani. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhaya, Ashtav Angani. अंगम अंगे अंगानी स्त्रीलिंग नपुंसकलिंगम अंगानि अष्टौ अंगानि 8 are the limbs. They are 8 limbs. Every one of them are important. Unlike a human body, 1 or 2 limbs चले भी जाते हैं तो जिंदगी चलता है. For example, दिमाग नहीं है तो चलता ही रहता है. एक हाथ टूटा है, पैर टूटा है, बॉडी चलती रहती. बट अष्टांग योग में 8 अंग होना है तभी स्पिरिचुअल गाड़ी चलेगी. Okay, so what are they? First is Yamaha, second Niyamaha, third is Asanam, fourth Pranayamam, fifth Pratyahara, sixth Dharana, seventh Dhyana, eighth one is Samadhi. So भाष्यकार लिखते हैं एक ही लाइन कि यथाक्रमम in the same sequence एतेषाम of this अनुष्ठानम स्वरूपम च वक्ष्यामः. So each name of each of the anga, sadhanas involved in them, what is the purpose which is reached out of them? All the 3 I will tell. So Anushtanam is a central thing. Before that, the explanation of it. Name of the anga, explanation of that anga, and doing it as Anushtanam, leading to the respective phala. That phala is called as Swarupam. Vakshyamaha, we are going to tell you. This is what only 29th Sutra. Okay, now each one of them will be explained to us in the subsequent sutras. उसका हम ना एक वाला 30th आज पाठ करेंगे, कल हम उसका अध्ययन करेंगे. थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन देकर जस्ट चैंट इट 3 times. अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रहाः यमाः. अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रहाः यमाः. अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रहाः यमाः. So these are the 5 sadhanas again in the 8. So out of the 8 sadhanas, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Each one you have to understand. Among them, the first one is yama. This yama sadhana has 5 again upa sadhanas, 5 limbs in it. What are they? Ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, avarigraha. So most of them are familiar to us, so I will not explain in deep. Little we see, and what Bhashyakara says, we will study it when we meet tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. इतना काफी है बाबा.